Hi, welcome back to another vlog series with Katie and Susan. I am Katie Lemieux. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in South Florida.
And I am also a licensed marriage and family therapist in South Florida, and I'm Susan Block.
Awesome, and we're passionate about working with couples. If you've tuned in already, you know that. And so today we want to talk to you, and this is in particular for couples who've been together for quite a while and may have had children that have kind of gone on to do other things. So we want to welcome you to the Soaring Eagles Club, and I'm sure you're wondering, what is that?
Exactly. So here's a little backstory before we get into what the definition is. So how many of you could remember, raising your kids and the noise in the house during that time period where they had friends over and they were playing games and maybe even arguing with their siblings, and sometimes you found yourself kind of rolling your eyes because it was so loud and you had a headache, but yet you knew the kids were safely tucked in the playroom or in their bedrooms, kind of hanging out, and you went about your life cooking dinners and getting things up and ready for the next day. And so over the years, the kids get a little bit older and eventually they start leaving the house a little bit more, where maybe now they're spending more time at the mall or sleepovers at friends' houses, and eventually they're old enough, hopefully, where they choose to move out, go to college, eventually get their own full-time jobs and places. And all of a sudden it's super quiet in the house, kind of hearing crickets. And we call this chapter in a couple's life as the empty nest syndrome.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It feels like depressing.
Very depressing for some people.
Yeah, it could be depressing.
Yeah, and it seems so, as the term describes, empty.
And lonely.
Exactly. So we have a new term that we would like to introduce to you, which is much more exciting. It's called the Soaring Eagles Club, and you have made it to the club.
Yes, and
so
welcome.
Congratulations.
So we want to define this in 3 ways. So we have the 3 R's for you. So we want to talk about redefine, rediscover, and reestablish. So redefine, you want to redefine your relationship at this point. You want to redefine your roles. What does it mean to be spouse and spouse? What does it mean to be spouses of adult children? What does that mean for you and your relationship? We also invite you to rediscover each other. Look, you have all this time now. You're soaring, you're an eagle. And from an eagle's perspective, there's so many other things to see other than just being on the ground. You have new experiences, new places, new things that you can do. And the last R is reestablishing. So a lot of times when couples are in this stage in life, they might be working still full time, maybe a little bit of part time, or they're retired. So it's really important to reestablish new traditions, new structures, new rituals. So we want to welcome you to the Soaring Eagles Club.
Like and have fun.
Yes, you've made it. Have fun. This can be a great and exciting time in your life. And by the way, even though that your nest might be a little bit empty, guess what? Your children's nest is probably going to get full, and your nest is not going to be so empty anymore when those little grandbabies are running around making little noises. So welcome. We wanted to thank you so much for tuning in.
And just kind of think of it as you always have. Your kids were always a little phone call away. If they were in the next room, they were a call away, and they're still just a phone call away. And they're always going to be there and need you.
Right. So I'm Katie Lemieux. You can find me at familyandcouplescounseling.com.
And I'm Susan Block, and you can find me at CoralSpringsCounselingCenter.com.
And don't forget to check out our A to Z relationship toolbox. You can find out how to receive that at the end of this video. We'll see you soon.